Hello everyone and welcome back to the Catalyst Corner. In this episode of Stock Pick Sundays, we have 4 great tickers for you today. And if you like this video, hit that like button if you like to slap the ask. And if you are a paper-handed, little bid-sitting, market-dumping little, then you can hit the dislike button. I'm just kidding. Or am I? Let's get into the tickers. The first ticker I want to talk about is BZWR, which is Business Warriors. And what you see in front of you is the website for Business Warriors. This is their investor site. Right now, you can see they're currently sitting at 22.35 cents per share. This ticker has been on a tear the past couple weeks. Once everyone started seeing the revenue growth that this company has had, what this company does is they help small businesses with their ads to get their businesses out there and recognized on the online platform. This gives them a chance to compete with the larger companies, Amazon and those types of people who are able to advertise easily. One of the stats I saw was that some investors are seeing a 10-to-1 revenue to investment into the company. So in other words, if a business puts in $1,000 to this company to help them with advertising, they're gaining $10,000 in revenue back, which is an unbelievable number. They also saw around 900% increase in revenue for this ticker symbol just in 1 quarter this year. So you can tell that a lot of companies are now moving to the online platform with the pandemic. So this is a huge niche that this business is coming in and taking over. The other main catalyst for this business is there's a large group of people out there, especially in the FinTwit community, who's building this BZWR army, and they're going to lock the float. And what's going to happen is all of these guys are continuously buying up the shares as people sell. And when that float gets locked, this ticker is going to fly. It's going to easily cross $1 if that happens. Now, that may not happen this week, may not happen next week, may not happen even next month. But there are people out there that are buying these shares up. They're going to hold them long, and this ticker is absolutely going to fly. And let me show you one little tweet that came out from Business Warriors just on the 9th. As you can see here, one in four small businesses don't have a website today. Pair that with 4.3 million new businesses started in the last year, and that's a lot of new websites that need to be built. We have a big announcement coming soon that'll help solve that problem. Stay tuned. So we're looking for a catalyst coming out very soon. We don't know what that catalyst is going to be, possibly creating websites, maybe having a hosting site for small businesses. So that'll be another area of revenue for Business Warriors. The other tweet they sent out on the 8th, want to know the secret behind getting on the first page of Google? It's keywords. In other words, they're telling you they know how to market your business. So for the first ticker of the day, BZWR, keep an eye on this one, not just this week, but for the next month or two. This ticker is going to be huge. Here's the chart for Business Warriors. They were also trading in this downward channel. What happened here, people actually realized what a great stock this was. So this thing took off. And then from there, of course, you need a healthy pullback. You can see we're still trading above the 60-day moving average. It gets down here to this wedge, and then we break out of that wedge, and now we're coming back up. The only resistance you really have right here is the 22.65, which is currently sitting right below. It broke out for a moment, and then it's now sitting right there. If that breaks out of that, your next resistance really isn't till 28 cents. And this is on the daily chart. So this chart is also looking really good. This is a very good buy zone as well, because you're sitting right here on support, in my opinion. We broke the resistance, and now we're sitting on support. In my opinion, if we consolidate, we're going to consolidate above this support line of 22.35. Okay, guys, the next ticker is APTY. This stock has been doing very well also. There's a large following behind APTY as well. They got a lot of catalysts that are going to be coming up in the near future. One of those is their stable coin, which is Spera, that will be coming out in December. And I can show you a tweet real quick from Stockmeister on FinTwit. If you want to go give him a follow, here's some of the catalysts coming up for September, October, and November. They are currently pink current. They have updated white papers. The next 3 items are all trading platforms, which we are assuming this Spera stable coin that is going to be coming out that is backed by the dollar and by gold is going to be tradable on those platforms. So they got those platforms coming out. There is an Apple lawsuit out there. I'm not sure that's going to go anywhere. That's a pending lawsuit that's unknown at this time with some Apple games and how that was being played. The RX, I'm not sure how to pronounce that revenue. This company also does recycling of old computers, phones, anything that has gold in them. And so they're able to take those items and recycle them and pull gold from those items. So they are pulling revenue from that area as well. There are also rumors that there possibly are some partnerships that are going to be coming out with APTY, with possibly PayPal, possibly Wells Fargo. There's some talks about being traded on the Humble app or some type of partnership with Humble as well. These are all speculation, but there are big things coming with APTY. Let me also show you a couple things. People feel really confident about this. A lot of people feel like this is the stock of this year or the stock of the future, as you can see in some of these items. Here's the Spare coin that they'll be coming out with as well. And the key big thing for me for this stock, you can see that Financial has came out with a stock prediction for this stock, and it is currently at 16 cents. So they feel that this is very undervalued currently where it is at. And at the time of this tweet, it was 0.0119, and I believe we'll look at the chart here in a minute, and we'll see where it is now. I think it's at 0.014. So this stock is also a banger. And the last catalyst we have for you for APTY is this tweet that they put out early, September the 12th at midnight practically, saying on August the 11th, the open bid was 0.01 with a high of 0.0114. And they've been trading for over a cent for a month. Now, why is this significant? This is a clear indication that they're looking to uplist to the QB market. Because one of the requirements for uplisting to QB is that they meet the minimum bid test of 1 cent. So this is a clear indication they are looking to do that. So that is a catalyst that will be coming up in the next few weeks to a month. So something very exciting to be looking out for. So now let's take a look at the chart. APT is absolutely a beautiful chart. We're just literally trading in this upward channel. And the nice thing about AAPT right now is you're actually sitting in the bottom third of that channel. So if this stays true and this does drop at all, your risk is very minimal because it should hit this resistance line and start climbing back up. So APTY is in a great place right now, and the chart is looking absolutely fantastic. You can see down here the accumulation as well. So that sentiment is starting to turn up, and it should curl right back up here. Okay, the last two stocks we're going to talk about today, I'm going to lump them together because they're both SSM Monopoly or Krisa Management stock tickers, IFAN and FBCD. Both of these had some news this past Friday. Krisa Management said IFAN has been sold. A new company will issue updates once the transfer of control is complete. That tweet alone jumped IFAN by 20%. We'll take a look at its chart here in just a moment. It also gives us an update on FBCD. Both these are merger candidates. They're both shell companies. Is moving forward, doing final due diligence on two separate merger companies. Both are solid choices, but we are being extra careful with this one. Final decision will be made in the next couple weeks. What has me excited about FBCD is it is the only shell company that was in the SSM and Krisa Management that had multiple candidates. If you just saw last week, AAPT came out before they were even pink current and said they have a merger candidate. Avvh had a merger candidate. We didn't hear that there were multiple people competing for that ticker. And FBCD had 3 just about a month ago, and now it looks like they've narrowed it down to 2, and they will be narrowing that down to 1 in the next couple months. And so I think they know that this stock is going to be huge, and that the company they're going to be merging into, they want to make sure that it is a fantastic company. So I'm super excited about FBCD. The other reason I'm excited about it is the only one that hasn't ran. The complete absolute bottom for both IFAN and FBCD is 1 cent. IFAN ran all the way and it is now sitting at 2.1 cents. FBCD is still sitting at 0.14 cents. So it is the only one that hasn't ran. To me, it is an easy 100%er from here. One tweet about a merger candidate, and this thing is going to go through the roof. So I'm super excited about it. So let's jump in and take a look at their tickers. All right, guys, the first one we'll take a look at is IFAN. As you can see here, I've got a lot of lines, so I hope this doesn't get confusing to anyone. But I'll try to explain what I've got here. As you can see right here, this is the absolute bottom, which on IFAN actually did drop below 1 cent, which is unbelievable. And if you got that at 1 cent, somebody just handed you free shares and free money. And as you can see, since that time, which was on August the 30th, we have seen a slow and steady increase, and then finally that tweet came out that they have sold, and it has now jumped up to 0.20 cents or 2.09 cents. As you can see here, what we were trading in was this downward channel, and obviously you can see right here where we broke out of that channel on the 2nd of September, and we've continued that increase. We have now jumped up above this 60-day moving average. We are also sitting at above what was resistance, which is the 1.83 cents line, which should now become your support. The next resistance is not anywhere until 0.0265, and you can see the high on IFAN was 0.0372. So we're still looking at almost 100% run from where it is to where it was at a high. And if you looked at AAPT, it blew right through its previous high. So I'm a firm believer that we're going to at least be testing this next resistance if we don't blow past that, depending on the news. So IFAN is huge. And now let's take a look at FBCD. FBCD and IFAN were trading practically in the same exact formation. You can see both of those going up and down. I'll click back and you can see the exact same thing, up, coming down, trading in these channels. And so FBCD was actually trading in this downward channel. And once again, it triple bottomed right here at 1 cent. So it had that triple bottom, which is an absolute bullish sentiment. We also came out of this downward channel. Looks like about the same time IFAN came out on September the 2nd. But once again, we're still trading now in this horizontal channel. We're looking at a resistance sitting right here, about where it's at 1.5 cents. There's also another one here at 1.66, 1.7. And then a last one at 0.188. And then after that, guys, there is no resistance until you get up here to almost 3 cents. So one tweet on a merger candidate for FBCD, and this thing is going to be touching 2.8 cents in no time. So to me, this is the best purchase because it is the best entry point of all of those currently. And so I'm super excited about FBCD and can't wait to see who the merger candidate is. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you learned something from it, please drop a like. Put some comments below. Let me know what ticker you'd like for us to cover next week. And let us know which of these 4 tickers you like the best, or multiple if you like all of them the best. So thank you and have a great weekend.